just be like.
Listen, Jorge told me. Oh, don't say that. Now he told me to come sort of dressed and just about ready to go. I think I'm all right, but I do have a few places I can touch up. But this just gonna have to do because we've been gone for a minute, so it's time for the jump off. It's gonna have to do. It's all I got for him. This. Hope these curls pop or do something. Nose a little shiny.
So we have a lot to accomplish in a very short amount of time. Like, we are literally merging 3 shows into a network. We have to film for the Fab Lab. We have to film for the Valtrinda show and do Mocha in the morning on top of that with all these new elements. I don't know how we're going to do it. I'm going to need some help. I need a lot of help. And prayer. I need prayer. I do need prayer. Oh, and the viewing party. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's go. I can do this. I'm good enough and I'm smart enough. I'm ready to go.
Hey. I'm so late. Back in the studio. Is Keisha here? Is she here already?
Yes, she's here.
Is she waiting for me?
Yes.
She told me there's a whole new changes to like the lineup and all this kind of extra stuff. I don't know. I'm out of practice. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my god. Girl,
I missed you.
I missed you too.
Listen, I've been trying to touch myself up waiting on you.
I'm sorry, girl. We're gonna get back into practice.
Okay.
Let me go change. Oh my god. I saw the script.
Oh, yes.
Who added all that stuff?
I don't know.
For some reason I'm doing weather now. Like, I'm doing weather now?
Oh.
I'm doing weather?
Now you're doing weather?
Just don't have me no sports. I'm not doing no sports.
I got you, boo. I got you.
Okay, keep doing that. Yeah, it doesn't even need any other lighting. I need to zoom out though.
Mocha Marvels, it's Kenya, and I'm back for season 5 of Mocha in the Morning. I'm so excited to be back with you all. But before we get into that, let me introduce you to Valtrinda. For some of you, she's not new. She's made some appearances on the show before, but I've got her here with me right now to talk about something really big, her own show on the Mocha Media Network, y'all, called aptly The Valtrinda Show. I'm so excited for you, Valtrinda. Thank you so much for joining me right now. It's so good to see you again.
Kenya, it's amazing to even see you. I'm so glad that we have the opportunity to be amongst the land of the living. And these days and times, you have to take seeing people, saying hi to people that much more to heart, So when I say I'm glad to see you, I am really glad to see you. Thank you so much for having me today.
Absolutely. But listen, I want to dive right in. You've been busy. You're always busy, but you've been busy with something really, really big. Let's get into it. Let's talk about this show, the Valtrinda Show.
Right.
I want to know what's it about, what you're going to be talking about, who you're going to be talking to. Spill.
Okay, so the Valtrinda Show, it's the Valtrinda Show, right? So if you know a lot about my personality, you know that I'm loud, I'm bubbly, and I like to talk. And more so, I like to help. And that's what this show is about. The show is mental health for the melanated. So we're talking everything mental health related for our Black and Brown community. And we're trying to bring awareness. We're trying to bring, I'm not going to say trying, we are bringing education. We're bringing awareness. We're bringing life, and we're bringing healing right through the Valtrinda Show.
And how timely is it that we're talking about this and you're introducing your show right when it is Mental Illness Awareness Week, right?
Right.
So talk to me about why something like this is just so important right now.
Right now is more crucial than ever. As I stated earlier about being amongst the land of the living, there are people dropping off left and right due to this horrible epidemic that we have going on right now called COVID-19, right? And so right now, if you think about mental health and mental illness, that's depression, that's mood disorders. You've got all kind of different mental illness in all categories. And so when we have different things going on like that, people get triggered. They get triggered. They are emotionally distressed and stressed. So right now, the world, from the last year and a half, really, we've been in a chaotic state. And what does that mean? That means that it's going to somehow affect us mentally, somehow or another. And so my show, the Val Trenda Show, is talking about that throughout the entire show. We hit every point of mental health, and more so to the community. Black men, Black women, brown men, brown women, Asian women, Hispanic, everything. We hit that because we need to cover that more than ever.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about why this show is, well, when we're talking about mental health, why is it that people of color, the melanated, are often kind of left out of the conversation? My thinking is that this show is going to address that gap, correct?
Absolutely. We have several different guests and several different topics where we do address that, where, you know, why are we just now hearing about mental health? Well, it's been around forever. Number one, it's just one of those things that a lot of people, our society, deem more important for the non-melanated community. And then we as Black and brown people have depended, nothing wrong with this, let me say that, but we have depended so heavily on our spiritual guidance and things of that sort to lead us. Oh, you know, how many times have you heard that? You know, man, I'm kind of stressed out. Girl, you just stressed out. You ain't stressed. Go pray about it. You know, so we're going to address that because there are certain things that, yes, you want to pray about it and get the answer from your heavenly creator or your guide or whoever you serve. But then let's deal with the natural part of that. Let's sit your hind parts on somebody's chair and talk about what's really going on.
Right. Erasing that stigma is so important. Val Trenda, talk to me about, because in your work, this is your life. This is what you do for a living, helping people kind of navigate, you know, their brains, if you will, their feelings and their emotions and manage their mental health. Talk to me about working towards erasing the stigma in Black and brown communities. Why is that seemingly so difficult? What can we be doing on an individual basis to kind of help push that along?
On an individual basis, watch the show. Not just because I need the credits and I need the views, but because you will be educated. You will be educated, and the education is the first step to ending the stigma. That's the first step. We end that if we educate our Black and brown people, then we are able to do a lot more with getting our Black and brown community the help that we need.
Okay, so now self-care is a really big buzzword right now. Although for myself and maybe perhaps even yourself, Val Trenda, for Black women, it's just been a thing that we kind of always have done, known about. You know, Saturday nights, we, you know, paint our toenails, drink a glass of wine, you know, those things. But I want to ask you, in this moment that we're still in, because we're still in a pandemic, in this moment that we're in, what are 3 things that we could be doing to advance or enhance our self-care?
Self-care is big for me. I wrote a book about it. And in that book, there are several different, multiple things that we can do for self-care. I'll give you 3. One is read. Reading a novel, something nonfiction, takes you out of the world right now that's crazy and takes you into some fantasy world but it gives your brain a break. You can't think about what bill you have to pay when you're reading about some dragon flying through the sky. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. So that's one. Number one is read a book. Number two is listen to music. Music naturally is a healer. So if you get some music, and you get it going around in your system, in your body, that by itself will get you want to moving. And then that will lead to number three is move. Actually exercise. Get out, ride a bicycle, get out a lot. Allow the sun to hit your face, ride, swim, do something active. And those three things allows your brain to take a break from the world right now. What we're going through, everything that we're going through, it's inevitable. We're just faced with it. But how do we cope? And the biggest thing right now is finding those self-care coping mechanisms to get us back to a place of reality and sanity where we can operate in the world that's presented to us right now.
Ooh, good stuff, honey. I cannot wait.
Me neither. Hell.
Do we have a premiere date? I'm excited. I'm ready to go now. I mean, yeah, I'm ready. I'm
ready too.
Congratulations to you again, Valtrinda.
Thank you.
And could you also give us the title of your book again? I'm sorry.
Sure. My book is called 7 Gems to Glowing Up.
Okay.
It's a mental health approach to self-care. So we're not just talking physically getting pampered. We're talking about our inner self-care. How do we take care of our soul? So yes, that's the name of the book. And you can find that all on my social medias at Valtrinda.
Okay, wonderful. I was just getting ready to ask, where can we find you so we can follow you, be groupies? I mean, anyone who comes across you, they should be an instant fan. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. So let's see now, book, TV show. What's next for you? I can't wait to see. Keep us posted, will you?
Absolutely.
Okay, enjoy yourself. Have a great day. Thanks, Mocha Marvels, for joining us. And please, please catch the Valtrinda show.
Yes.
Not one, not two,
not three,
not three,
not four,
not four.
What? Five.
Like I said,
Hello, everybody. It is Keisha Boyd with Mocha in the Morning, and I have my Cafe con Leche officially, Jorge.
Hola.
And guess what, honey?
We are coming back with season
5.
streaming this fall on the Mocha Media Network.
Yes, can't wait to see you there. Tell all your friends and family to meet us on the Mocha Media Network for season 5 of Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. Oh, we know you missed the flavor.
That's what I was gonna.
Oh, yes!
Hello, everybody. It's Keisha Boyd, your host of Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. Listen, the Mocha Media Network has some amazing things happening, and one of them includes one of our own contributors, Miss Liz Everett, is branching out and doing her own show on the Mocha Media Network. And she's going to be joined by her good girlfriend and partner in fashion, Miss Stephanie Foreman Jacobson. So let's give them a hand. Yes. So tell us, Liz, all about the Fab Lab.
Well, we are so excited about the Fab Lab. First of all, we love fashion. Stephanie and I have been best friends since we were 25, a few years ago now, you know what I mean? And, the story about us is we lived together in our mid-20s, and we always were in and out of each other's closets, right? And so I don't know about you, but having a good girlfriend that you can borrow some clothes, you know what I mean? And you can show up fantabulous together. Like that was so great for us. And we just want to spread, that empowerment and that love of fashion and confidence to other women. But we also want to give you a little bit of that insider scoop, right? Some fashion week insight, some of the great fashion buzz. We'll be talking about what's hot and what's happening on the red carpets, and really giving people some great style tips and, a little bit of beauty buzz too, girl, because we got to get you all up in there. So, you can make life your runway.
Oh, I love it. Now, Miss Stephanie, listen, we all know, and have that one friend that we can't say, oh, girl, I need a dress. Oh, girl, I need a pair, maybe not shoes, but certainly an outfit or two. So
sure.
Talk about what we can look forward to with you and Liz hosting the Fab Lab.
I think one of the biggest things that you can look forward to from Liz and I is just that intimate opportunity to be with us as style sisters. Like, we want to reach out to everybody who's out there so that everybody feels included and they can feel like we're their style besties, right? So you always count on that one friend to say, hey, I need a dress, or like you said, shoes, accessories. You can count on us to bring you that information up to date, now and in person, and to utilize our personalities to bring that across.
Amazing. So have you two worked with each other on projects? Like, because I know, Stephanie, you travel, or you're not necessarily here with us in Florida, but have you guys had a chance to collaborate with each other on projects?
All of the projects.
Well, what's the last one you did?
I feel like there's not even when we have projects separately, through our own brands, I feel like we end up on the phone with one another, talking things out, whether that be, I don't know how this works. How would you do it? Or maybe it's, I needed to run something past you because it didn't seem right in my brain. Maybe it seems right in yours. So we've done projects together. We've done projects separately, and kind of collaboration is, I would say, part of the style bestie buzz. That's, kind of our thing.
Right.
Awesome. So Liz, what is it? And this is a trivia question, right? Because you guys have been style besties. What is Stephanie's specialty? Like, what that you go right to her for what?
Trends.
Okay.
Stephanie is very trendy. I am very true to whatever my creative style is, and so we attend New York Fashion Week together, all the fashion weeks together. We have a style blog, Style It Factor, together, and so we've found each other's strengths to be Stephanie is super trendy. She knows what's up, what's hot, what's coming next. And she really does a great job of translating that, into her own wardrobe, doing it effectively, on budget, the whole nine. And so I go to her first, when I'm looking at things. I read Vogue Japan and all that kind of stuff, but I go to Stephanie, right before we get ready for Fashion Week and stuff, to go, hey, what do you think is coming up? Because she does such a great job with forecasting.
Oh, look at that. Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, Stephanie, and the same thing for Liz. What do you think?
I think Liz's specialty, there's two of them that I think I would go to her for. One, fashion history. If I need to know where something came from, or what someone sampled from, or what was the inspiration behind this, I'm going to go ask Liz, because I know that she can tell me what the fashion history is, who created it, where they got started, all of the stuff. She knows all of that. And it comes in really handy in the fashion industry to kind of know the history of things, especially when you're talking to other fashion and fashionistas, if you will. The other thing that I would go to Liz for is business acumen. She knows all of the things about business, and when it comes to fashion and business, she's an amazing entrepreneur, and I wouldn't hesitate to go to her for any of that business, fashion business stuff, if you will.
No, but listen, y'all better uplift each other. Do you hear me? I love it. I love it. So you mentioned New York Fashion Week, and I think, did you guys go this year? You did, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
what was
we
your
had a
favorite?
great
Tell us
time.
some detail. I've never been to Fashion Week, so give me a little synopsis. Like, what was the highlight of the week?
The highlight of the week, I would have to say for both of us, was we have a really great friend, Veronica Collins, who is now one of the biggest supermodels in the game. And we, those God incidents, randomly met her in the line for the Sergio Hudson show a couple years ago. And she was like, one day I'm going to walk in big shows like this. And we're like, yeah, girl, yeah, girl, yeah, girl. So, as her career has risen, we've stayed connected, stayed encouraging each other, and just been it's been so cool to watch her rise. So the last show of the season, we've never got to watch her walk in a show, right? So she walks for like Tom Ford, Sergio Hudson, all the folks, the big timers, right? And so she comes out in this show by Chooks Collins, The Sunken Living Room, and girl, it's romantic, it's Afrocentric, the colors are vibrant, and you're just like, wow. And I see this girl, and I'm like, oh, she is stunning. Oh, she's beautiful. And tears start running down my eyes. I'm like, it's my baby. It's our baby. It was Veronica. And it was so cute. They had this like model side thing that they were supposed to do over here, right? And she's like, and I'm like, stay focused. I'm crying. You can't be crying. And it was the stuff that Dreams was made of. I said, Stephanie, like 3 or 4 years ago when we first started coming to New York Fashion Week, we would have died to have something like that happen, and to just be able to be back with like your fashion family, I guess you could say, with the dreamers and the doers in the industry. That's really what Fashion Weeks are about, helping designers sell their clothing, and really helping the industry come together and get connected again and stay inspired.
Who is the ultimate interview? Who do you want to interview on the Fab Lab?
Oh, the ultimate interview.
Well, maybe 2. Give me 2.
Dapper Dan.
Okay.
I would die.
I know. I knew she would die. Dapper Dan
you would have to come in and we would just sit there. I'd be like.
And then I would be like, I hope we've planned this in advance because I'm going to be very nervous. Okay.
Keisha, here's the questions. We're just going to sit here.
All right. Dapper Dan. I got you. Okay.
And
say who I want you to say, please.
I don't think that this would be your choice, but Daniel Roseberry from Schiaparelli, the creative director of Schiaparelli. I think his creative mind, I just want to pick it. Like where did it come from? I want to know all the things.
Wow. Look, I don't even know who that is. So I'm going to have to go look that up now.
Let me say one word to you, Beyonce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lady Gaga, Cardi B, they've all worn him.
Whoever is hot
is wearing him.
They're hot, they're wearing Schiaparelli.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Liz, what about you?
Oh, Sergio Hudson, hands down.
Yeah.
I am when I see him at like at events and stuff, everybody else is cool. I'm so, it's just industry. And I'm like this.
Well, have you had a chance to meet him?
Oh my God.
So you talked to him and had a chance to kick it with him and all that good stuff? Oh, amazing.
And I fangirl every time because I have so much, I honor, I think Stephanie and I both, we honor the people that have come up in the game. We understand the investment that they've made in themselves. We understand the chance that they've taken on their life, and we don't just see fashion as retail, right? If you're a fashion person, by the time it's in the store, it's 3 years old. So, for us, it's about what's fresh and hot, from the designer's mind, but then also for us helping people understand how to translate that so that women and men, so that people can just feel good in their skin, because when you look good, you feel good, and that could be something as cool and simple as like adding appliques to your jacket collar, just knowing what's hot for the season. And, also just feeling like you know a little bit about what's hot in the industry. The dresses that I get like the best, I love dresses. So like the things that I get the biggest compliments on, it was really when I think Stephanie and I both have learned this kind of the hard way, I guess you could say, which is getting into the space and realizing like what a lot of people think about fashion is actually style. You know what I mean? So like
wait. Hold on. Teachable moment. Very good teachable moment. Do break that down. Fashion versus style. Go.
Right. So fashion is the art form. It is the ability to curate the garment, the fitting, the tailoring, all of the pieces that go into it. It is the line, the collaboration between brands, all of those things. What style is a personal decision about how I want to show up, right? And so that's also why Stephanie and I became certified image consultants, is because we wanted to understand how what the sentence was, essentially like how you show up, how you dress is the impression and perception that you want people to have about you. It says a lot about your capability. It says a lot about, who you are. And so you want to show up representing your best values. That's your style, your signature thing, And so, for us, it was just really learning that we had to embrace our signature thing. It wasn't about looking like anybody else or being like anybody else. The truer that we could get to being statement dressers, the more empowered it made the women that followed us, because they were willing to try a statement necklace or a pair of statement earrings, and they'd never tried that before. And so for us, it's almost like the more like outside the box that we can get, the more that people are willing. It may look like a small try to somebody else, like, oh, she tried on the statement necklace. That was huge for her. She's only ever worn, you know what I mean, little thin necklaces, or maybe no necklace at all. So every time somebody tags us, in our blog on something that they tried because of some class we had, or, whatever, we get so excited because we just love that people are taking a chance on their own personal style to develop themselves and make a statement in the world.
Wow. Anything you want to add to that, Steph?
No, I resonate completely with what Liz said. I couldn't really add much to it other than we just want to make people love the skin that they're in. I mean, it goes a long way. Even like Liz said, when you just put on a statement necklace or you wear statement earrings for the first time and you try something outside of your comfort zone, that makes a big statement, because like Liz said, when you look good, you feel good, and we want people to feel good in their skin, whether they love fashion and they're in fashion, or whether they're newbies and are just trying style out for the first time.
Well, ladies, this has been amazing. Once again, the Fab Lab is coming to the Mocha Media Network, and we are so excited for Liz and Stephanie to bring us all of our weekly fashion updates, trends and news and all the good stuff, right? I'm just going to wait and just watch you all so I can know what I need to do in my life to make sure I'm good. You know what I mean?
Keisha, we'll have to have you on, girlfriend.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We can come over and do a little something,
Yes. I am all for that. All for it. So I look forward to it. You guys, make sure you stay tuned to the Mocha Media Network and join us with the Fab Lab. Talk to you later.